Hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a true moment of shame for me. That's right, there are 2 unboxings this month from my July haul. 2. I am a dirty rotten liar when I told you that Dunes was going to be the largest ever, and that was the end of my giant haul, the end of my shame, because so many pre-orders had come in, and I had done the whole Bookish Box Members Day thing, and it was my first one, and I was really excited. And then more came from Bookish Box, and there are really large boxes here, and I don't know what's in them. I don't know what's in them. I don't think books are in them. I hope books aren't in them. They wouldn't do that, right? They wouldn't do that. Apparently, I entered a fugue state and went crazy when I was like, oh, I should pick up some knickknacks. I have plenty now. Thank you. Oh, and if you're wondering about the outfit, yeah, no, Bookish Box, their logo's green. So I was like, let's find the greenest dress I own. Let's just own it. Let's just go for it. I almost wore my crown with green gems. And then I looked like the evil queen, and I was like, okay, too far. Okay, surprise interruption. And I know I look like a lunatic because it's not Valentine's Day, but whatever. Okay, oh my God. So guess what? Tomorrow's my birthday. That's also not why I'm feeling love, but yay, whatever. I got the best early birthday present ever. So you'll never guess what arrived in the mail yesterday. And yes, be glad it was yesterday because you missed all the crying and not cute parts. You get to see excited Kristen now, which is good for you. So I got my first legit book mail. Wait, I'm holding it upside down. I can't believe I just did that. I got my first arc, y'all. The thing is, I'm not on NetGalley yet because I didn't think I had a big enough audience. So I'm not really sure how this came to me, but it did. Slightly creepy, but thank you so much, Entangled. I'm so excited to read this. Here we go. So, first of all, a really cute little letter from the editor, which made me feel very special. But look at this box. Like, this is legit. As a pop-up. This is like real book mail. And it reads, caution. Consuming a telepathic sea creature of unknown origin may result in immortality, no consequences to any actions. So far, this is not sounding bad, exactly. And getting stuck in a time loop for all eternity, and there's the catch, y'all. And the book is called, in case you couldn't figure it out, Repeat After Me from EngangledTeen. So thank you so much, EngangledTeen. My first freaking book ever. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so, and I guess that's our, cephalopod here. I'm concerned for said cephalopod because apparently he gets eaten, but it does say it's a satire. But this is by Jessica Warman, and look how cute the book is, you guys. It is, Entangled is the big company. They have EngangledTeen, and then they're the imprint that also does Red Tower, the ones with all the fancy edges. So of course, we have the cute sprayed edges. This comes out September 3rd, and if you order it now, you can get the cute sprayed edges. So, and we didn't see the front. Like, they went for it. And it is my color palette. And yes, I did dress to match. And of course, the heart says feeling love. So I was just like, this is so meant to be. I was very dramatic when this arrived after the confusion. Because honestly, I was like, oh my God, I did it. This is it. This is me ordering books in my sleep and forgetting about them completely and having no idea that they existed. So the letter from the editor is pretty cute. I won't read the whole thing to you, but it does go on and say, to oysters, Mr. Rogers, an underwater aquatic device, and Swedish fish have in common. Apparently, I will never look at them the same again after reading this. And I'm slightly concerned because I really like Swedish fish. But okay. Apparently, the editor, Stacey Abrams, thank you so much for sending this to me, Miss Stacey Abrams. Like, it's so cute. There's like she reached out to Jessica Warman, the author, and was like, what if we wrote a Groundhog Day style version of a teenage girl trying to lose her virginity unsuccessfully? That's a prompt and a half, girl. And apparently, Miss Jessica Warman was like, oh, it's on. Because she exceeded expectations to create a book that, the letter says, I should be prepared to be surprised. Okay, I'm good with that. Be prepared to be fairly grossed out. Now I'm concerned. Be prepared to be a little bit shocked. And be prepared to be entertained by the antics of the morally gray, over-the-top, outrageous, insanely memorable characters who are either trying to discover the true meaning of life or just freaking trying to get laid. It could be the one and the same. Possibly. If you're a teenage boy, anyway. I'm pretty excited. The tagline is, she's about to have a serious temporal tantrum. This is about Emma, and she goes on a class trip, and she is starting to realize she really should have freaking passed on the ceviche the night before. Okay, so they're on this class trip, and the island's kind of like, creepy. She's pretty sure that Mr. D, just call me Max, we all know this, one of those teachers is hiding something. Her bestie just keeps stealing her candy from her, which is a little weird, like, detail, but okay, thanks for sharing. And her plan to lose her virginity to her boyfriend, going hellishly. Not gonna happen that night, very clearly. And now, post-consumption of ceviche that apparently has come from an immortal cephalopod, well, she wakes up every morning and it's Friday. Again and again and again. Same candy stealing. Same weird interactions with her teacher. Same island suspended in time by like an oyster farmer with like a serious god complex. I'm curious about that part. Thank God for her bestie, Lewis, who's helping her keep her sanity. Where's the boyfriend? Why is he not helping her keep her sanity? I have questions, but okay. This could be a nightmare. This could be a gift. She hasn't had this chance to finally get things right and I guess lose her virginity. Yay. But it also kind of feels like a never-ending prison sentence. They say some things are worse than death. Why does Emma feel like she's about to find out? The voice is so snarky. Oh, look, it even has a little, like, at the beginning of every chapter, you can get a little tentacles. Still sounds dirty. But yeah, no, definitely excited to read it. My very first legit book mail that I still don't know how they found me. Thanks, Entangled. How do you have my address? Okay, back to Bookish Box. All right, March 2024. We're getting there. So this is the Bookish Box for March. Whatever. Sanctuary of the Shadow by Aurora Asher. So, our tropes. Magical circus, forbidden romance, elemental magic, only one bed, and forgotten memories. That's not one you always hear. And amnesia can go either way. For me, anyway. Like, I don't know. This was one I was really looking forward to. This is actually a new book. This is about a girl who is sort of like magical, but she is hiding in a way in a circus. She uses just enough of her powers to impress people, but not enough that anyone would think, oh, she's not human. And then he shows up. That's all it says. He, magical, mysterious guy, just arrives, and Harrow, that's our main girl here, she just is like, oh, you're so wounded. Your soul is calling out to me. I feel your pain. And I'm like, we're all fixers. And Harrow doesn't just think she can fix them. She's Harrow. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, okay. Well, I would be drawn to him too. This magical, mysterious guy with wings. And he seems wounded, and we all know we can fix those wounded, hurt men. And she's drawn to his mystery and his kiss, quite frankly. So, I mean, I'm not gonna argue. See, she has this past that's kind of following her and these really powerful enemies, and they want revenge. This is really cool. Elemental Emergence Book 1. Oh, it's not a standalone. Okay, cool. Good to know. Myth or reality? The answer lies within. This is so cool. This is so, like, vintage circusy, Greatest Showman. Oh, I love it. Very cool. Okay. And now those enemies, they're like kind of closing in, and she figures like, okay, they're powerful, our only hope is escape. But as she's like trying to figure out Mr. Mysterious's past, those enemies are like coming closer and closer. And she has given them the perfect weapon because Mr. Wingboy here is not exactly what he seems. I don't know what he's supposed to seem, but apparently it's not that. Sanctuary of the Shadow by Aurora Asher. Such a cool name. Also, for March, theme for Darkly is Shadow Daddies, and I was like, oh, Darkly. And this one is A Kiss of Iron by Claire Sager. Check this out. I'm loving the color scheme. Like, I wish we'd gotten this in March. Like, tell me this is not like Mardi Gras. It's a cool one. But we've got like court intrigue, enemies to lovers, fake relationship, forbidden love, and forced proximity. So many tropes that I freaking love. Survival alone is not enough. There comes the point where you need to live. Oh, there's motherhood, because let me tell you. Whoa. Okay. So we have Kat, who's fallen on hard times and unfortunately is basically a penniless noblewoman now. And so she has taken on a job because she needs to, a very well-paying job if she can succeed. She needs to spy on and I quote, "The Night Queen's shadow. He is a very good looking, if I do say so myself, Fey Lord." Now, Bastion, there. He is handsome, and he's ruthless, and he's all those, you know, things he needs to be. But my head's kind of just like, are you a threat to the kingdom, or just like my heart? And so, you know, she's playing the game, all the deception and deceit and like give and take, and his shadows basically have a hold on her, and she's not really sure she needs them to let go. Why would she, right? Right. I was a different creature entirely, something free, something that lived for now, memento mori. Someone watched Gilmore Girls. But of course, Kat soon learns that nothing at court is as it seems, and even the best laid plans can be destroyed, and she cannot afford to fall victim to love. She's just a pawn, who apparently rides a freaking panther the size of a horse. Are you seeing this? What is this world? First of all, this is gorgeous. Like, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh, bonus artwork. Stunning. We've got the nice extra stuff starting our chapters. What is this world? What is this world? What is this world? The animals are terrifying. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. These are some of the best illustrations you've seen. They almost remind me a little bit of some of the ones in Moonlight Book Box. They don't have thick paper, but like the style. And that is a gorgeous book, but why are they writing panthers? I'm fine. Like, I'm fine. Let's just check under your box flaps, y'all. I am positive I've thrown some of these out, and it makes me really sad. This was such a weird choice for Darkly, but I kind of was like, I also love it. Their theme is romantic entanglements, and like, I'm so bummed that I don't get their items anymore, because I really do think they have the best items. But we have some great tropes for a very random book. We have Wild Love by Elsie Silver. Look at the I love this so much. This is beautiful. I hate the sprayed edges with every fiber of my being. Why? Why are you just writing their names? Like, why would you do that? But I love the cover so stinking much. So here's the tropes we got. You ready? Single dad, small town romance, brother's best friend. He falls first. He always has to fall. Come on. It's no fun if he doesn't fall first. And frenemies to lovers. Oh. Hang on. We're getting a page overlay now? It's a nice touch. Is there a suggested place to put this? Or nope, we're on our own. Cool. That's cool. So this is a fun one, okay? This really feels like fantasy fulfillment, kind of. This is about a girl who's been driving Ford Grant wild for years. Like, the good kind of wild. He is now, by the way, on like Forbes, the world's hottest billionaire. Like I said, total fantasy fulfillment. But he just had a little bit of a snafu because a girl just showed up, like a 12-year-old, and was like, yeah, you're my biological dad, now you have to take care of me. So that's fun. The other complication in his life is said girl, Rosie Belmont, who came crashing back into town, and she's like messy and chaotic and energetic and fun, and I am not describing myself, so do not look at me like that. She needs a job. And like, all she has to do is bat those eyelashes, and he's like, yes, absolutely, you can totally be my assistant. Only the problem with them is that like, verbal sparring is basically foreplay. When is that not true? Is that not supposed to be true ever? And really, he knows he shouldn't cross the line because this is his best friend's little sister. It shouldn't, couldn't. They're two very different things. Yep. So let's see what, oh, wow. Okay, so the overlay matches this. This is not what I was wowing. Don't think I've lost my mind. But they did such a pretty job on the, Okay, so the back says, I wonder if being drawn to Ford the moment I think about freedom has some sort of deeper meaning. And then this one says, I'm drawn back to this place on a much deeper level, to the memories it holds. Okay, stop trying to be deep. I'm reading you for the smut. This does not seem to have, it has some like country-ish elements. Like they're back in their hometown. Oh, he's opening a recording studio. That's what he's doing there. Okay. I'm sorry. I was unsure what the world's hottest billionaire was doing back in his hometown. He's opening a recording studio. What else would it be? It's silly of me to even wonder what was I thinking. Oh, look at that. Signed. I love this book. I keep saying no non-fantasy special editions, but I can't help it if they send one. And then finally, the Bookish box for that one. So it was Darkly. What a funny pick for Darkly. I guess because it is still like adult. But this was a double of Fairy Loot. And I have to be honest, looking at this cover for Lure of the Wilds, I think Bookish Box did a better job. I mean, just based on the cover, we'll see, but like, look at that. I'm in love with this. Like, that is, I'm sorry. I didn't think Lure of the Wilds, like, I'm really excited to read the story. I do like the actual binding and makeup of Fairy Loot, but this is stunning. All magic comes at a price. Like, I'm really sorry. So we've got BIPOC Rep, we've got Magic Library, Cottagecore Vibes, Hot Fae Lord. Oh, wow. Now, admittedly, this is just the hardcover, and I do really like the way they did this. I do. I think their printing looks better, honestly, but I do like the design of this better. Oh. Bookish one all the way around. I don't know. Let's keep going. So Lure of the Wilds, in case you were wondering what this is about a girl named Lore. Go figure, right? So she lives in this land that is ruled by ruthless fae. And believe me, she has tried to escape. Okay, she's got the scars to prove it, but like, you don't escape. But when her village is threatened, she makes this deal with the Fae Lord, and she convinces him that she will risk her life for wealth. And in reality, she's after the one thing, and that is magic all her own. Who wouldn't be after that? Basically, there's this library that has this enchantment on it that Fae cannot enter, but a human might be able to. So this is her bargaining chip. Girl, you're just playing. Now that she's in the outside world, she has to rely on 2 Fae males to survive. I see 1. Looking forward to seeing the next one. But they have some pretty undeniable chemistry, and she realizes that she is not just in danger of losing her life, but also her heart. It's the creatures she can never, ever trust. That looks pretty trusting. Alright, so let's do a quick compare. They really seem to agree on what she looks like. It's kind of wild. I think I prefer Bookish. I'm not gonna lie. I guess toss up here. I like the foiling, but I don't know, guys. Like, I kind of feel like Bookish Box really did some stuff. This is hand signed. That does not necessarily look hand signed. So maybe that's where they would. Oh, nope, it's hand signed. Sorry, you can see the marks on the back. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm really excited to read the book and see which one I feel like fits better. I definitely do not care about the reverse jacket from Fairy Loot. Okay, let's find out what's in here, because this is an item. Okay, so this is the Wanderlust Window Collection. This is Griffin Antiquities. This is the SJM one from Crescent City. Prior to this, the only one I had was from The Cruel Prince, and we all know how I feel about The Cruel Prince, and if you don't know how I feel about The Cruel Prince, it's not friendly. These unboxings. Oh, so it's just called Haba. God damn, that book made me cry. I survived Members Day 2024. Yeah, with a giant bill and so many regrets. Bright heart, Emma Ham. So here we go. The pretty book. They handed her a sword and bid her to take a throne. Only a dragon stands in the way. Her name's Lorelei, though, which is going to kill me because I'm going to be Dragon Stars Hollow, Dragon Stars Hollow, Dragon Stars Hollow the entire time. At least for a little while. All I'm asking is for one night to not think about the past. Yeah, no, that's not how it works. No, your past haunts you forever and ever. Wait, I thought this one wasn't supposed to be signed. So this is one about, so I'll put the cover back on. the chick who's all like hiding in the shadows and half elf or whatever, and she decides, oh my god, I'm going to enter the competition to like be the king's bride because I'm freaking beautiful, right? She's blonde, blue-eyed, whatever. Men eat out of her hand, I guess. So she wants to take a dagger and drive it through the Umber King's heart. Apparently he's a terrible human being, blah, blah, blah. You know, and this is the best way to get close to him. So you know what? Use what you got, girl. Wiles, looks, whatever. It's a deadly competition, blah, 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 but she's doing pretty well. Apparently, though, the one thing that she didn't really take into account was the king's dragon. That's his card. And the thing about the king's dragon, dragon shifter! Yes! We all know where this is going, right? Right. Because dragons, they mate for life, at least in this series. And you know how fiercely they guard their treasures. We all love our shiny objects. It's okay, dragons do too. For sure, that was the monthly box. So with this. Okay, right. I did get the Bride of the Shadow King. I literally have goosebumps. Okay, literally. Can you see them? Because I am just so terrified to open this. So Bride of the Shadow King, I actually started reading a while back and I was really, really enjoying it. And then my reading on my Kindle started giving me migraines just very consistently. And I was like, oh wait, it's fine, it'll get better. Spoiler alert, it did not get better. So when I saw that this was in the sale, I was like, oh, I was reading that. I was enjoying that, and it's in the sale, and the editions are really pretty, and I would really like to actually go back and finish that story. So, it is Bride of the Shadow King by Sylvia Mercedes. I marry for the kingdom, I marry for the crown, for I am but an extension of the kingdom and the crown. These people gotta like, I mean, they figured out how to get lives at some point, or at least orgasms, but you know. Ooh. Okay, there's a lot of shiny things going on. It's a lot for my brain to process right now, all at once. So what I loved about this book was that this is about a princess who has a chronic illness, and she's sort of like given what should be her place to her sister for the good of the kingdom. She, you know, hangs in the background, and when the Shadow King comes to call, he doesn't really want to take human bride necessarily, but there's something about her and her nature and her sweetness and her compassion and kindness that he can't get her out of her head, you know? And I remember just, I don't know, all the main characters in these books for the most part, even when you do get chronic illness rep, they're fighters and they're valiant and they're brave and they're strong, and it's so nice to get any kind of illness rep. But I remember that she really did kind of hang back. She wasn't like, doesn't matter that I'm ill all the time, I'm gonna pick up a sword anyway. I could be misremembering that, but I don't think I am. And it's very much like he's the cold and practically made of stone, and like he has no idea what human emotion is, and like his bride's gonna have to go back to his kingdom with him, and it's this like huge peace treaty that has to happen, and everyone's all reluctant, and I love stories like that, not gonna lie. It's got dual POV, which I love, and let's see, did they do anything cute with the, yeah, they did do the cute little chapter overlays that I love. So is this signed too? I don't think these were signed. Oh, they are! Ooh, exciting. So then this one's definitely Members Day. I read A Fate of Wrath and Flame by K.A. Tucker, and I just completely fell in love with this story. And I loved how they flipped it. All the covers, the original covers are like dark with flowers, and they flipped it to white. It was such like a self-insert fun story. She's about a girl named Romeria, and she's like this jewel thief and working for this crime boss. And one day this like crazy lady basically puts her at sword points, and she winds up going like to this magical realm. It's like one of those like swapping places things. And the problem is when she arrives, she is in the body of a beautiful, wonderful, lovely princess who just like murdered the king and queen and entire royal family except for the guy she's like engaged to, the prince. Awkward, right? No, really awkward, especially because she isn't the one who did this, looks exactly like her, but has no memories of anything. And as far as she knows, no magical powers or knowledge of the world, period. It's so much fun. It's one of those ones where like the world building can happen really easily for you because the character needs to learn everything really fast, and it's just this great fun read that brought me back to like the stuff that I originally fell in love with in fantasy, you know what I mean? And like, you've got that enemies to lover thing going on, and the prince is like, you're her, but you're not her. And like, I had the best time reading this book, okay? The best time. And of course, it's like the prince, who's now king, obviously, since everyone's, you know, been poisoned. He's like, all right, I finally buy your act. You can't possibly act this clueless. So you're gonna pretend that like the plot was against you too. And we're gonna get to the bottom of this. But in order to do that, you have to pretend that you're still completely in love with me. It's not fake dating. It's fake marriage. It's fake royalty. It's fake, like, a kingdom with like a crazy plot of like sabotage and like high stakes, and then you know that lady is hanging around in our-ish world with like this whole thing like with like trying to bring her dead husband back to life, and that's why she sent her to this other world, and like it's wild. I loved it. I loved it. So I'm so excited to have the special editions because this came out in like 2021. I did not subscribe to Bookish Box back then. Pretty sure this was one of their monthly boxes and then they like finished it out. So to get a reprint and like, look how gorgeous. Look. She would know the world of vengeful gods and monsters and the lengths one would go for love, and nothing would ever be the same for her again. We've got these great colors, these great autumnal vibes. Like, it's not the most elaborate thing in the world, but I wanted this so badly. And they are signed. Yeah, I'm not excited. I know compared to some of the other things, here is the second book. These don't look like wild, but you know when you read a book and it's just like, this is exactly what I need in the moment. This reminded me exactly what I used to read and what I fell in love with, and like, just made me feel like I was rediscovering some of the fantasy genre again, like the older stuff that I used to read when I was like a teenager, kind of. And sometimes you really need that. It pulled me out of such a slump. I can't wait to finish it with these beautiful editions. Yes, I will be reading these gorgeous editions. The last one is The Queen of Thieves and Chaos. Yeah, that pretty much is the title I would have expected. I'm not even gonna lie. Yep, like, these are just the dark, moody, like, fall's coming. Sorry. Oh no, they're all signed, dude. So that was my big, exciting, had to have it, so psyched to have them in my collection purchase from the sale. They all are together. I love them. Why did I buy a blanket? Okay, this is Poppy's hooded blanket. Okay, I own one hooded blanket, and it is legitimately my favorite thing in the world. I basically refuse to wash it the entirety of last winter. Please don't judge me, because I'm always cold. Like, I'm always cold, except for the dead of summer, when it's 100 degrees and I get migraines because it's too hot, because, you know, I should try this on last, but I won't. I'm gonna get fuzz in my hair. You know what? You're watching me. You're gonna understand why there's fuzz in my hair. So, this is what I'm reading. I argue with the thermostat, and I don't think we speak the same language. Oh my god, it's so soft. This is ridiculous. Blood and ash inspired. Yeah. Hello, JLA. I am wearing a blanket for you. Remember how glam I looked at the beginning of this video? This is where we've ended up. Okay, let's see what else is in this box. Oh, okay. So one of my favorite authors is Rachel Griffin. And while Wild is the Witch was not my favorite book, okay, this is about a girl who's a witch and she works at this sanctuary, and there's a lot of rules about how you can't like cast spells on people and you have to be really careful with your magic, but her mother has always taught her to like put her spells into the ground, and when she does, she's trying to do this, she gets distracted and accidentally curses this owl. So she goes off to try and save this owl. And the boy she was so mad at is the one who ends up going with her to track down this poor owl that has escaped the sanctuary. Enemies to lovers. Her writing is beautiful. She published Near Midnight last year, which was one of my favorite reads of the year. So turning down anything signed by her is not an option for me. It's just not an option for me. Like, it was a no-brainer buy from the sale. Like, it was just happening. This is interesting. It's very interesting. They have, like, they've crackled, so it looks like shattered mirror. What is the quote they chose? What would he say if I were to tell him I cursed him? I were to look him directly in the eye and tell him I'm a witch. Yikes, messy. So, like, she also wrote The Nature of Witches, which is absolutely phenomenal, and as far as autumnal reads goes, like, amazing. Like, amazing. Oh my god! I can't read this aloud to you. Can I show that to you? I don't know if I can. Darkly Candle sample. That is not what Books and Coffee smells like either. I gotta be really honest with you. Bookish Box. God. Oh, I guess I bought it for the packaging. Books and Coffee. Is the packaging under here possibly cooler than this packaging? Probably not. And it's signed by someone. I'm not ever unwrapping this. I don't care what it looks like under there. 8 out of 10 chance I'm gonna regret this. Oh, it's actually not that bad. It smells like a hot man. I'm not even saying it. It's from A Court of Silver Flames. Okay, A Shadow in the Embers, Sarah's Lake. This I literally bought just to display. I don't even know what it's supposed to smell like. I guess a lake. What are the odds I regret this? That's very pleasant. It's extremely mild and really just smells like being near water. Oh, little fuzzies. Okay, so we got favorite and restand bookmarks because I am lame as holy heck. But you know what? These guys practically inspired this channel. And then I got a Griffin Antiquities print, apparently. I think I didn't order this. I guess this is the day and night foiled bookmark set. Rune, but I'm hoping that's Lydia because, like, I loved them so much together, but it's kind of generic. I got an Actar necklace. It's been a rough year and never let the hard days win for like less than 10 bucks. I was like, yeah, not a bad reminder. I'd rather be riding Abraxas. How cute is that? He's my, like, favorite little guy. Okay. I thought I was not going to have enough for my SJM shelves. I'm a tea drinker like no other. So this is the Court of Silver Flames, the House of Wind tea canister. How cute is this? I love the colors so much. Okay, this is another fancy candle and I'm not going to want to unwrap it. I can't unwrap these. Like, are you kidding? Okay, you can. You can take them out. This is called Wingspan, wrapped with smut. That's hilarious. It literally says that, wrapped with smut, and then it has this big fancy wax seal on the top, but the bottom's taped. So I think I can save it. Wingspan, salted citrus, driftwood, and Illyrian musk. Dude. No. Did I only buy SJM stuff? I did. I only bought SJM stuff. What is wrong with me? No. No. Wingspan. Rune. More candle. Why am I smelling them? Don't smell the candle samples. Christ. A lighted up mug. I have no regrets. Mugs get broken a lot when you have a 5-year-old. I'm telling you right now. Crescent City inspired fuzzy socks. My feet are always cold and socks are always going missing. So no regrets there either, not gonna lie. He light it up. Can warmer. What is wrong with me? Did I really buy all this stuff? Crescent City teacup. Had to get the Crescent City one. What? Oh gee, it says a quart of thorns and roses on it. Who's shocked? No one's shocked? No one's shocked? Oh, right, the book tin. Now I have somewhere to put all of this stuff. Haha. I do love these book tins. It's so cute. Wait, hang on. Ah! Oh, look, Valaris. Oh, I love it. Okay, so that means the rest of the books have to be in this box, right? So if you want the smuttiest of smutty, in my opinion, the best retellings so far for the Gods of Olympus are absolutely the ones by Katie Robert. Neon Gods. These are great. So these are a little bit of a different take. They're like a modern take, right, on the whole Olympus thing. I would move heaven and earth and the underworld itself to keep you with me. So in this one, we meet, this is the Persephone and Hades retelling. We meet Persephone and her mom is like pushing her to be the new Hera. Confusing, right? Not at all, just a little. So basically, you have like an ultra modern version, right, of this big glowing glittering city, and like the 13 gods and goddesses are constantly getting replaced. And right now Zeus needs a new Hera because he's kind of going through his wives and not in like a good way. So Persephone's mom is like, hey, she'd be perfect. And Zeus is like, well, she's hot. And Persephone's like, oh, hell no, I would like to live. So she goes running off to the only place where he can't follow her, which is Hades' underworld, the downtown he cannot follow. And this is their story. This smut is so good. And the second one, Electric Idol, is Psyche and Eros. Psyche accidentally ends up on like Aphrodite's hit list, and Eros is kind of the guy who does her dirty work. But Eros is like, wait, she's kind, she's beautiful. I kind of like don't want to like do this. I don't have a heart, but my future bride does. It's my job now to ensure it stays safely within her chest. So the only thing he can do is be like, okay, if we get married, I don't have to like hurt you, because Aphrodite is Eros's mother. So, nice little forced marriage trope here. And then the last one I haven't read yet, this is Olympus, we're all monsters here. This is a really interesting one. This is some sort of like Achilles and Patroclus thing, except we've also got Helen of Troy somehow mixed in here. There's some sort of like competition that they're a part of, and Helen was originally supposed to be the prize, but then she's like, screw you, Zeus, you can't give me away because I'm entering too. And of course there's gonna be like a throuple thing going on. I'm pretty excited for this, not gonna lie. Oh my god, that's such a hot pick. Are you kidding? Like, are you kidding? Oh. Random necklace. Stars of Valaris. Wanderless window. The sea of stars. I was also kind of hoping it was like Easter eggy, like all of them together, but oh, it's just a storage bin. Okay, that's fine and dandy, but I put the snaps together. Now what do I do? Figure it out. And look at that. I'm not impressed with my storage bin. This was also one of my favorite reads last year. I am so mad about this one. Okay, I thought, like, it was in my cart. I thought I had gotten it. And I got The Queen of Myths and Monsters, and I did not get King of Blood and Battles. I am so bummed. I love this series so much. Okay, like Scarlett Sinclair, like her like darkness, whatever, her Persephone retelling, like whatever darkness one. It's okay. Neon Gods was way more my thing, and it didn't compare, in my opinion. I'm sorry. The smut was not nearly as good. I'm sorry. But this was phenomenal. This was such a good vampire retelling. I loved it. And I am so upset that I did not pull off getting the first book. But here's the second one, and someday, Scarlett St. Clair, I will have book one. So sad. You are my light, you are my dark. I hope that was fun for you, and yes, I deeply regret my rampant consumerism, but my bookshelf is gonna look pretty rockin' when I finally reveal these Sarah J. Maas shelves anyway. My god, I am not quite as obsessed as I look, especially after reading the last Crescent City book, to be honest, but that's fine. That's fine. They did reignite a love of fantasy for me. Before that, I had mostly been reading like smut and contemporary romance. So very much hope you enjoyed the incredible chaos that occurred. This will never be happening again, but it was really fun opening stuff that I absolutely do not remember purchasing at all. I'm going to go throw out everything scented in this room because I'm getting a terrible migraine from it. Please never send candle samples. Putting it out there, Bookish Box, because they can make people feel terrible. Let me know which Lore of the Wilds version you liked better. Did Bookish actually do it? But that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this very special, random, extra little bonus unboxing, which we will never be repeating ever again because I am not going to lose my mind at the next Members Day sale, right? Right. Thank you so much for believing in me. Please like and subscribe and let me know if you scored any items that you were really excited about or your big dream book from the sale. I want to know who got those Cupidity books. They're going to be like $200 after the fact. I'm not paying that. Okay, I'm just not. But I will let you get back to your book, and I will be getting back to mine. My August TBR is going slowly. I look forward to unboxing my August books in one video in September when the weather starts making sense again. Bye.